Alright, so this was a loss where I made mistakes in the opening and lost too many valuable pieces. I believe it was both knights and one bishop, which in the end was followed up by a quite okay game, nothing too fancy, and resulted in a loss in the end. But I'm satisfied with the ELO estimation actually. The opponent made me play it quite well. And they had exceptional opening and exceptional mid game. So I want to see about that.
You got off to a slow start that game. Let's review this opening so you can be prepared next time. Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. e6 prepares for a quick d5 pawn push and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. Bishop f4 develops the dark squared bishop to an active square where it controls the center. Textbook play so far. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. This is a fair trade. A clear recapture. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. This move activates your knight to strengthen control over the center. This move clears the way to bring their bishop into the game. This prepares your bishop for development. Your opponent develops their queen off its starting square.
Now the next move is, I believe, the problematic one, because of which I had to position. I didn't want to lose rook. Therefore, I sacrificed knight and lost the bishop for free.
You are bringing your bishop into play, eyeing the central squares, capturing your hanging pawn. Oops, you gave up a knight.
Fuck, I didn't... Ha! I didn't have to give him up. Come on. Come on, the defeatist mindset. Man, you have to be sharp. You want to win. I actually am as dull as exactly his display.
Capturing your hanging pawn.
And there is no more play there. But the official game
Capturing your hanging pawn.
was a shitfest.
Oops, you gave up a knight. Capturing your hanging knight. Oops, you gave up a bishop. Capturing your hanging bishop.
And I still cannot castle because of the queen. Oh my god. So now it's 5 points down.
You gain time because your opponent must deal with your threat. This trade simplifies the position. Well played. They played one of the best moves here. Castling kingside helps to complete your development. This move fianchettos their bishop, placing it on a strong diagonal.
I felt like I had empty house. Alright, so I lost knight and bishop. Knight and bishop.
Your rook takes an open file, a good way to activate the rook.
I actually lost 2 pawns.
They've brought their piece into play while forcing your rook to retreat. You found a safer square for your rook. Their knight comes into play, attacking. You're dropping a knight, but given the position, there wasn't much you could do. They captured your vulnerable knight, recapturing. Their pawn attacks your bishop, kicking it out. You found a safer square for your bishop, creating a pawn chain. You gain time because your opponent must deal with your threat. A correct move to get their bishop out of harm's way. A good choice to move your threatened rook. Their rook is now active on an open file.
Well, this would be really better.
A correct move to get their... This adds pressure by pinning a bishop.
Mm-hmm.
A correct move to get their... A good choice to move your threatened rook. Their rook is now active on an open file. Good thinking. This move puts your piece into a stronger, more active position. They made a solid choice and castled same side as you did. Well done, an excellent move.
I was preparing for this.
Well done, an excellent move. They made one of the top moves in this position. You kicked your opponent's piece from that square, moving their threatened bishop to safety. You have now doubled your rooks, allowing them to team up. Your opponent reinforced the defense of their bishop. Your strike at the center fights for space and central control. Their rooks can see each other now, allowing them. Taking that bishop will win material for you after the follow-up trades. A clear recapture. You recaptured. Their rook fights for the open file. Nice, you found a way to win a pawn. A straightforward recapture. Nice, definitely the right move. Nice, you found a way to win a pawn.
Okay, that actually happened.
Nice, you found a way to win a pawn. A straightforward recapture. Nice, definitely the right move. A clear recapture. You recaptured the piece. A correct move to get their knight out of harm's way. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. Moving their threatened knight to safety. This move costs you a bishop, but the position was lost regardless.
Yeah. Right. I had a brain jam.
Moving their threatened knight to safety.
This.
This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders.
Mm-hmm. Now this can be coming.
Moving their threatened knight to safety. This move costs you a bishop. They took your bishop for free. Good job defending that pawn. They've improved the positioning of their knight. Very good choice.
I should just push.
They took your pawn for free.
So bishop for free, pawn for free.
Very good choice. They took your pawn for free. Yes, this is the way. This move puts their knight on a safer square. You will win a pawn with a fork. Defending their hanging knight. You captured that free pawn. Their king is now leaving the back rank to become a key player in the endgame. This is a fine move. I like their choice. Well done, an excellent move. They played one of the best moves here. You had a better option, but this is not bad. Decent move, but they had a better one. You had a decent move. This move is okay, but not what I would have played.
I couldn't do anything about that, by the way, still.
They made one of the top moves in this position.
If I simplify...
After all, this continues the checkmate threat. This is the way to win a pawn.
White is now... It will run regardless, and will be guarded by the bishop from there.
A solid choice.
They should take this one, so that there is no problem later, but why not to do this?
This is still on the road to checkmate. Decent move, but they had a better one. This move is okay. They made one of the top moves in this position. This moves your pawn to a safer square.
I had a brief moment of peace, because king cannot attack these pawns.
Capturing your hanging pawn. You had a chance to play something better.
Mm-hmm.
Their move sets up a fork, and your pawn... This isn't a mistake, but there was something better for you. That's playable. Not the best move, but not bad either. This move still keeps their checkmate plan on track. Very good choice. This move still keeps their checkmate plan on... Good job, that's what I would have played too. This move still keeps their check... This is a fine move. This move still keeps their... Nice, definitely the right move. This move still keeps their check... Yes, this is the way. This move still keeps their checkmate plan on track. Good job, that's what I would have played too. This move still keeps their check. You dodge the check, moving your king out of harm's way. This move still keeps their checkmate. You step your king away from the checking queen. This move still keeps their checkmate. You escape the check from the queen. Checkmate and the game is over.
So he messaged actually that it's okay to resign sometimes, by the way, in the end. But I don't want to. I think on one hand, it's disrespectful not to resign in higher ELO, but I'm 1000, so who cares, I think. And at least I get to practice some sort of endgame, or witness it, or real analyze it like this. Because 2 games before that, I lost like a little bit because I oversaw the bishop and got a mate. And then my opponent either had crash of the internet or crash out and just left the game after a mistake. So some correlation there. Anyway, good thing I wanted to analyze this game because opponent played solid. Yeah. He's from Sweden? Right, Sweden. GG. That's all. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.